Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Iran sends chilling strike threat to neighboring countries as Ayatollah refuses Trump's demand for direct nuke talks. Iran has sent a chilling strike threat to neighboring countries as Ayatollah Khamenei refuses U.S. President Trump's demand for direct nuclear talks. The country has issued chilling notices to Iraq, Kuwait, the UAE, Qatar, Turkey, and Bahrain, warning that any support for a U.S. attack on Iran would be seen an act of hostility, an official revealed. Although Iran strongly rejected Trump's consistent demand for talks, it wants to continue indirect negotiations through Oman, a long-time channel for messages between the rival states. An anonymous, senior Iranian official revealed. They said, indirect talks offer a chance to evaluate Washington's seriousness about a political solution with Iran. Despite this being potentially rocky, crunch talks could happen soon if the U.S. said they would be in support, they added. The stark notices issued to neighboring countries also include warnings of using their airspace or terrority by the U.S. military during a potential attack. It added that doing so would have severe consequences for them, the official said, revealing that Ayatollah Khamenei had chillingly put Iran's armed forces on high alert. Turkey's foreign ministry said it was not aware of a warning, but that such messages could be conveyed by other channels. On Wednesday, Iranian state media reported that Kuwait had reassured Iran that it wouldn't accept any aggressive action being directed at other countries from its soil. And Iran's ally Russia said on Thursday that any U.S. threats of military strikes against it were unacceptable, before desperately calling for restraint on Friday. While Iran tries to gain more support from Russia, it remains skeptical about Moscow's commitment to its ally, as it depends on the dynamics of the relationship between Trump and Putin, a second Iranian official said. It comes after Trump vowed to bomb Iran, like never before, if the regime doesn't fall in line and strike up a new nuclear deal with the U.S. In a chilling letter delivered to Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei on March 7, Trump suggested direct negotiations of a fresh nuclear agreement between the two counties. The first Iranian official said a first round of indirect talks could involve Omani mediators shuttling between the Iranian and U.S. delegations. But the official added how they believe there was a window of roughly 2 months to agree a deal, describing how fears loom of Iran's enemy Israel might launch its own attack if talks took longer. This could then trigger a so-called snapback of all international sanctions on Iran to prevent the country from acquiring a nuclear weapon. While Iran has long denied wanting to develop a nuclear weapon, it has dramatically accelerated enrichment of uranium close to weapons-grade level. The UN nuclear watchdog has chillingly revealed. Western states say there is no need to enrich uranium to such a high level under any civilian program, and that no other country has done so without producing nuclear bombs. While Iran has said it will consider talks with the U.S. if the aim was to address concerns over its program, it has rejected holding any direct negotiations when the U.S. is making threats, adding that its missile program would be off-limits. A senior Iranian military command, Al-Hirza Hajizadeh, implied on Monday that U.S. bases in the region could be targeted in any conflict. The Sun understands that the U.S. and Israel are planning a major coordinated strike against Iran. European powers are hoping for a diplomatic deal to be done, which will limit Iran's uranium enrichment activity. The U.S. Navy is doubling the number of carriers in the region in preparation, even moving the aircraft carrier that dumped Osama bin Laden's body, the USS Carl Vinson, to the area. Already its pal the USS Harry S. Truman, which has been crucial in hammering Iran's Houthi terror allies with bombs, is there. Analysts believe the Carl Vinson is currently in the South China Sea and could be in the Persian Gulf as quickly as April 9. America now also has a third of its B-2 stealth bombers stationed at Diego Garcia. Satellite photos of the airbase tarmac shows 6 of America's 20 B-2 Spirits are now pointed directly at Iran and ready to fly. The heavy stealth bombers could be carrying bombs big enough to penetrate thick defenses at nuclear sites deep underground and wipe them out. 6 Stratotanker in-flight refueling aircraft can also be seen on the tarmac at the Diego Garcia in fresh satellite images taken today. These planes would refill the B-2 Spirits and ensure they are able to fly to Iran, deliver the payload, and fly the 2,500 miles back to the base. Tehran, in return, has warned it will blitz a U.S. base with a top Iranian general threatening, "They are in a glass house and should not throw stones." Exclusive by Katie Davis, chief foreign reporter, Digital. Iran is believed to have accelerated its nuclear weapons development and is building terrifying nuclear warheads for solid-fuel missiles with a range exceeding 1,800 miles, 3,000 km. A powerful blast from Iran could impact on several continents due to the chilling capability of the warheads. Italy, Ukraine, Sudan, India, and even large swaths of Russia would all potentially be in the firing line. They are being developed at 2 sites in Sharad and Semnan, which were previously pinned as rocket or space satellite launch sites. A third site, Sorke Hesar, is also said to be carrying out projects, including research on nuclear power and underground explosions. Nukes are being quickly created under the watchful eye of the regime's nuclear weaponization entity, the Organization for Advanced Defense Research, SBND. Bosses are developing nuclear warheads for the solid-fuel GEM-100 missiles, which are equipped with mobile launch platforms at the Sharad site. Iran's rocket designers have used North Korea's missiles as a guide to develop the GEM-100 missile. When the missile was in a very early testing stage in 2011, dozens of missile experts were killed at the Madars site in Tehran. Personnel vehicles are banned from entering the Sharad site and are forced to park at a checkpoint before people are transported in. Meanwhile, they are using the liquid fuel missile Simorgh to develop nuclear warheads in Semnan. Iran has staged 3 successful GEM-100 missile launches over the past 2 years, enhancing the regime's capability to deploy nuclear weapons.